What's going on, YouTube? Que lo que hay? Welcome to the channel. This is Lone Wolf. And in this video, I wanted to go over the new PvP talent for the Marksmanship Hunter, Consecutive Concussion. Alright? So with that being said, let's get into it. Before we get into this, I wanted to remind you guys to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And give it a share to somebody you think would gain some type of value from this. Alright? Welcome everyone. What's going on? How are you guys doing in the new 9.1 patch? How's Korthia treating you? I'm having an okay time in Korthia. There's obvious little issues here and there, but once I was able to get the add-on to look at all the rares and it kind of like shows me which rare is being hit, then it was much more manageable and I was having a good time. Also, this BG was really fun, so I just had to put it up there. I am using Consecutive Concussion in this one. Alright, so let's start talking about it. How do I feel about Consecutive Concussion? Consecutive Concussion was implemented in a very peculiar way. At the end of the day, is just so cumbersome to use, and it has no synergy with the Marksmanship Hunter, except for if you talent into steady focus. All right. So let's go through the pros and cons, and basically there's just one pro, and the pro is it is a range stun, right? You can use it while far as hell, and it makes your concussive shot into a very sweet slow, because concussive shot doesn't change. It stays with the same cooldown, the same range, all that stuff. But Consecutive Concussion makes your concussive shot into a 50% snare. Right? So it's very good for peeling, very good to just keeping players from coming at you, going somewhere, etc. Now, in all honesty though, the way it's implemented with having to use 3 steady shots, it makes this completely barfufu. It is a very useless talent, because the setup time, no matter where it is, whether it's in a random BG, whether it's a rated BG, whether it's an arena, it's just not too good. And considering that basically every class in the game has a stun within its specs, except for mages, you can get better stuns from other classes, from other players and teammates. Alright, so I don't want to keep going into the cons, because it's just gonna go on and on. But let's talk about ways to apply it and ways to handle it. Now, the first and most obvious use of Consecutive Concussion is to apply concussive shot and then immediately use steady shot ×3. Okay, so you can get the stun and then you apply whatever it is you're going to do, the type of damage that you're going to go for. And then the second way apply Consecutive Concussion is to weave abilities in between your steady shots. Now, while that would be like the best ways to use the amount of globals and time and all that, it is basically impossible versus a player that has a brain. Okay? Because most specs in the game can remove snares, can remove a root, have some type of, just breaking out of slows, and that's all it needs. Now, that's the good thing about Consecutive Concussion, is you can keep reapplying it every 5 seconds. If they do remove it, but it just turns all of your globals into applying it and then steady, steady, steady. So the majority of the time will be paying attention to the diminishing return, which is 20 seconds. And then after that, it's basically, okay, I'm going to apply it. I'm going to try to do it, but it's just too much. It's too much. The way they implemented this is just, it doesn't make sense. I don't know what they were thinking. And the only occasion that this may work really nicely in is in mass scale PvP, such as Alterac Valley and those epic battlegrounds. That's the only place that I can see that it can be good, because you can just stand back, maybe throw a sniper, concussive, straight shot, etc., etc. But just very, very just clunky to use. Now, if you do decide that you want to use consecutive concussion makes haste very valuable, because you want to make sure that you are able to apply that stun with as minimal issues as possible, and having higher amounts of haste will allow that. Now, again, you still have to face that you gotta use these globals to activate it, but if you spec into steady focus while having a bunch of haste in your gear, you will find it much easier to use it and to take advantage of it. And marksmanship hunters really feel good with haste. Now, like I was saying, everybody has a stun. Almost all the healers, except for a discipline priest. Every other DPS that you're going to play with is going to have a stun. Obviously, you don't want to play with a mage, because polymorph shares a DR with your freezing trap. So, you know, it's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I don't recommend this PvP talent at all. There is no builds that take advantage of using this, plus have you be, you know, a force to be reckoned with, because everything you want to do as a marksmanship hunter is to do heavy damage. It is not for utility, okay? Marksmanship hunters, while they can peel pretty good and they can trap pretty good, they're not a spec to support, especially a Kyrian marksmanship hunter. Kyrian marksmanship hunters are a semi-truck hitting people, all right? That's what's important. So if you decide that you want to be a support marksmanship hunter, then you can go Venthyr and you can go Necrolord, because those two are better at supporting. Necrolords are a tankier spec, and they're able to just do things that the other covenants cannot. And then the Venthyr has an extra layer of CC chains, so you can use the haste that you get from getting more procs of your flay shot. Use this to your advantage. All right, so that may work. There might be some synergy with the Venthyr marksmanship hunter and this talent, but this talent, it is not worth going and doing a whole change just for it. It is a very, very lackluster talent, unfortunately, and I would even want to have some type of change to it. Like I would just get rid of it and have something completely different. Because sure, I want to stun, but I would rather have more ways to deal damage or more ways to peel in a more beneficial way. Now, again, this talent is great for the snare, okay? If you just need to slow down people even more, then go right ahead and use it. But overall, no bueno. If you feel that you have some type of build that can go well with consecutive concussion, or playing with another teammate, like another composition that can really make this talent shine, please let me know down in the comments. Or if you feel that it will be a strong talent because of a specific reason, then please let me know, because I want to know. I want to know. To me, this talent is just, it has no value. It just doesn't. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this BG. I had a great time just cracking all these folks. Alright, but with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.